Hello everyone. Today I want to speak on a topic that is both timely and transformative: the increasing visibility of transgender individuals in our society. In simple terms, a transgender person is someone whose gender identity does not align with the gender they were assigned at birth. For instance, someone assigned male at birth may identify and live as a woman, and vice versa. The term transgender reflects this crossing over from imposed norms to authentic selfhood. Let's begin with a fundamental truth. Transgender people have always existed in India and across the world. From ancient texts and temple carvings to folklore and oral histories, their presence is deeply embedded in our cultural fabric. For example, the Ardhanarishwar form of Lord Shiva is seen as a representation of the union of male and female energies and is sometimes interpreted as a symbol of transgender identity. In many religious texts, we find references to figures such as Brihanala, Shikhandi, and the Mohini form of Lord Vishnu. During the Mahabharata, even Lord Krishna is said to have taken on different forms for divine purposes. One such mention is the wife of Iravan, the son of Arjun and Ulupi, who sacrificed himself in the yajna performed to ensure the Pandavas' victory in the Mahabharata war. Famous historical and mythological figures also include individuals who are identified or interpreted as transgender. One such example is Malik Kafur, the chief general and close aide of Alauddin Khilji, who is often believed to have been a transgender person. Similarly, in Greek mythology, there is the story of Tiresias, a prophet who was transformed from male to female and then back to male again, symbolizing gender fluidity and transformation. These examples from different cultures highlight the long standing presence and recognition of gender diversity in history and mythology. What's evolving today is not their existence, but our ability to see, recognize, and accept them. What's significant is that this visibility is not a sudden emergence, but a long silenced truth finally coming to light. As a teacher, I witnessed a profound shift. Earlier, transgender students remained silent, participating in school like everyone else but concealing a vital part of their identity. I recall one such a student who later transitioned from male to female. She told me how, even in school, she felt more at ease sitting with the girls, but due to societal expectations, she stayed silent. Today, students like her beginning to express themselves with courage. And what's heartening is how naturally their peers accept them. This shift speaks volumes. It tells us that schools are not just academic spaces, they are incubators of empathy, awareness, and social change. So, what explains this rising visibility? Let's explore the key factors behind this social evolution. 1. Increased social awareness and representation. We are living in an era of heightened awareness. Media, films, education, and activism have begun to humanize and dignify transgender experiences. Films like Chandigarh Karyashki and Super Deluxe are no longer depicting transgender characters as stereotypes, but as layered, relatable individuals. These narratives foster understanding, reduce stigma, and encourage empathy. As representation improves, society begins to unlearn harmful biases, and transgender individuals begin to feel safer expressing who they have always been. 2. Progressive legal and government support. Visibility is also driven by institutional acknowledgement. The Indian government has taken notable steps. Ayushman Bharat TG Plus health insurance up to Rs 5 lakh for general and transition related care. Garima Graha shelter homes are also established to provide safe and nurturing spaces offering food, medical cares, and skill training. Scholarships are also provided from class 9th onwards to support access to education. The Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Act 2019 ensures legal identity through the provisions of certificates and ID cards. Transgender individuals are also included in PM Daksh, a government scheme aimed at skill development and livelihood enhancement. These interventions signal something deeper, that transgender individuals are citizens with rights, not burdens with labels. 3. Changing school environment and mindset among youth. Young people today are more informed, expressive, and inclusive than ever before. In classrooms across the world, many students are openly exploring their gender identity, not because it's a trend, but because the fear of shame is slowly being replaced by a sense of safety and acceptance. One common misconception is that more people are becoming transgender. The truth is this: more people now have the freedom to be who they have always been. 4. Visibility of public figures and role models. When well known personalities or even their children come out as transgender, it helps normalize transgender identities and sparks important conversation around the world. For example, the transition of Elon Musk's daughter brought global attention to the topic of gender identity. Such visibility sends a powerful message to others. You are not alone, your identity is real, and it deserves respect. 5. Shift from separation to expression. For generations, transgender individuals concealed their identities due to the threat of ridicule or violence. Today, the cultural tide is turning from forced separation to fearless expression. Media support, community network, legal recognition, and mental health resources are allowing more people to live with dignity instead of fear. 6. Legal protection against discrimination. Transgender individuals are now protected by laws that safeguard them from violence and unfair treatment. Just like SC/ST communities have legal protections, transgender people are also provided with safety and support against harassment, bullying, and discrimination. These protections help them pursue education, find employment, and live their lives with dignity without fear. 7. Access to gender affirming healthcare. Today, the diagnosis of gender dysphoria and the availability of gender affirming healthcare provide many individuals with psychological clarity and emotional relief. This is crucial because when people truly understand themselves, they gain the strength to live authentically. More individuals are now receiving the right counseling and medical support to explore and affirm their gender identity. Gender affirming care plays a vital role in making their journey smoother, safer, and more empowering. Let me end with a clarifying thought. The rise and visibility of transgender people is not a trend, a fad, or a modern experiment. It is the result of generations reclaiming their truth, a truth that was hidden not by choice but by fear. What we are witnessing is a cultural shift from ignorance to understanding, from invisibility to dignity, from mere tolerance to true inclusion. We are not adding transgender people to society. They were always here. We are simply learning to see them. And that, my friends, is what progress look like. Let's be the generation that doesn't just speak of equality but lives it boldly, kindly, and unapologetically.